Warner Brothers has desperately been trying to get us for the past few months to be hyped for the new Flash film starring Ezra Miller, and despite all of the different celebrities that they have had come forward to say, oh, this is one of the greatest films ever made and all this type of stuff, it looks like reality is about to smack them in the face, as now we are starting to get some of the first initial reviews for this film and what critics are saying about it. And I can tell you one thing, it is not looking as promising as what Warner Brothers was hoping for, despite how much they have been trying to hype up this film. They know that this film is going to have a lot of controversy going into it. They know that there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of you in fact, I know, that are watching this video who are refusing to go see this film because of Ezra Miller, because of this person who has done a lot of terrible things, who's going to be starring in the film. So Ezra Miller's The Flash critic review scores are mediocre. Yes, you heard it right, folks. They are mediocre. This is not the huge win that Warner Brothers was hoping for. Critic reviews for The Flash are coming in, and they are not the wow reaction that David Zaslav told investors the film was, or the fantastic movie that James Gunn described. Back in January, when announcing his new DCU slate, Gunn described the film, saying, "The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love, that resets the entire DCU universe." And of course they got to do this, right? Like, you got to have James Gunn out there saying this film is amazing. You got to have David Zaslav out there, the CEO of Warner Brothers, saying this film is amazing, and well, it's not the case. James Gunn called one of the greatest superhero movies ever made a masterpiece. Guys, The Flash starring Ezra Miller is apparently the greatest superhero movie ever made, according to James Gunn. A total masterpiece, one that will be right beside Citizen Kane in the history books. He added, "I saw it and I loved it. It's a wow. I can't wait for The Flash to hit the theaters in June." The critics had very different thoughts about the film. On Metacritic, the film has a Metascore of 60. There are 17 positive reviews and 12 mixed reviews. For this film to be living up to the hype, to get people to actually go see this film, it had to be stellar. And it's not, okay? Here's what the critics are saying. And of course, you know, we can go through a lot of these and stuff, but even over on Rotten Tomatoes, it is not looking very good. It currently sits at a 73% with all critics, but when you look at the top critics, it is a 48% rotten. Yikes. I don't know what it is, but for some reason recently the top critics have been super based and totally on point about a lot of these films. It's actually kind of crazy, but yeah, it's absolutely nuts. This is not good news for Warner Brothers. Film Threat gave the film an 85. He stated, "Ultimately, the story is the film's star, and director Andrew Muschietti knows how to tell a comic book story. As much as there is excessive fan baiting and nostalgia, it earned it at the end by holding most of it off until the end. I'm sold." We all know that people, when they start to watch this film, they're not going to be happy with this film, because I know there's going to be a lot of people that can't stand the fact that Ezra Miller is in this, someone who has done some absolutely horrendous things, and they will not be able to enjoy the movie because Ezra's face is in it. So, you know, and it goes on and on with all sorts of people giving very mid reviews about this film. Over at Variety, they give the film a 50. They wrote, "The trouble with The Flash is that as the film moves forward, it exudes less of that Back to the Future playfulness and more of the mythological but arbitrary blockbuster self-importance." So this film is already setting up to be a very, very big L for Warner Brothers, and that does not surprise me at all. But, you know, they can continue to try to put this type of garbage out there, and it's not going to do well with audiences. So with that being said, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. What do you think about these reviews? Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.